Okay, now you know how to use layers. Let's do it. Let's bring in one of these other pictures we got. This is a tattoo picture. I'll move this over to the side. I would like to use this little tattoo picture in this image. And you can see I've dropped it in, and you can see it's created its own new layer. I can double click on that, name it tattoo. Okay, I need to find a corner of that. Hit Control T. There's my corner. Hold down the Shift key and grab the corner and make it smaller. Yelp, it's a big picture. Should have used a smaller tattoo. Okay. Um, now I put the tattoo on his leg. There you go, all done. I think we can do better than that. So, as I stated before, when you have a tattoo, when you have a layer, sorry, when you have a layer of a tattoo, when you have a tattoo, dang it, I did it again. When you have a layer, you can do anything you want to it. It's each one of these layers is its own image, completely completely open to manipulation by whatever means you'd like, to the fullest extent of law according to Photoshop. So we can change the color, we can change the size. You can see I just changed the size there. We can do other stuff here. Actually, let me do this real quick. I'm going to rotate this again so it's back to its 90-degree orientation just for a second. And then I'm going to go in here and edit, transform. I'm going to select warp, and then up from here, the type of warp I'm going to select is cylindrical. And then I'm going to kind of move this around so it fits on his leg a little bit better. These handles, of course, make it fatter or skinnier. This one adjusts the roundness, and this one just moves it height-wise. So we want to kind of set this up so that it kind of fits with that. But if I were to have done this while it was sideways, it would have done it at a weird angle. So you want to do this in 90 degrees, then go enter, double click in here, enter, then go Control T, then you can rotate it a little bit to the thing you want. And then of course it looks sort of like it's wrapping around him. We've probably reduced the opacity a little bit. Or we can talk about blenders. So these right here are the blenders. Ta-da! There's a bunch of them. And as I go through them, you can see they all kind of do different weird stuff. And I'll let you go through all like 20 of them and pick which one you think does the best for you. You can put on all these blenders and then use them in combinations with other things. For instance, I use multiply a lot for doing shadows. So if I hit multiply, multiply takes the color below and mixes it with the color above. So when I do a shadow, all I need to do is put a dark color on there and then reduce it a little bit. And it then, as you can see, I'm picking up the shadows of the skin and stuff. It now looks like it's sort of even more on the leg because it's blending with the image below. It's not just on top of it or transparent to it. It's actually where this is darker, this is darker. Now we can also do stuff like change the color. I can colorize it and crank up. It's weird how just that middle. Oh, there are two different blacks. That's my bad. Okay. And then we can make it a more tattooy color. So this is a different color from this because this is a different black than that. It looked black to me, but I guess it wasn't truly black. So if I call this up, to do this stuff matters, folks. This is stuff matters. So this is apparently a different color. This and this are a different color than this. And yep. So what I needed to do is go image adjust, brightness, contrast, and then take all the brightness and all the contrast out. So this is all very much black now. And then it would have been fine. I'll save that for next time in case I have to redo this demo. Okay, back to the tattoo. So we have the tattoo here. It's looking pretty much like it's on his leg. Like if I zoomed out a little bit, you'd have a hard time you have a hard time believing that that wasn't actually on his leg. That's not a bad one. It's a pretty big tattoo on a large surface. There might be some more stuff you could do in here if you really wanted to get into it. Go edit, transform, warp, and then like here where the P is, you can kind of scrunch this stuff up a little bit so that it's sort of rounding around these shapes a little bit more. But I don't know, it's pretty good. Great. And I encourage you to go in here and play with all these because they all do different stuff. All right, let's do a mask. So I close my tattoo thing. Well, let's open it back up. There's that. All right, so this time I'm going to select all this and go Control C, come back to our thing here, go Control V. Of course, it creates another layer. I can then do Control T on here to select the scaling transform tool, the multi-tool. And then I can put this on her leg. The one thing we haven't done yet is masking. So, of course, this is a black image with transparent background. So anywhere, remember when you're doing masking, that anywhere with black will be see-through. Anywhere that's not black, you won't be able to see through. So we're going to create I'm going to go in here and select all of this tattooy bits. I'm selecting the black parts of this. And so this is a way of doing a mask. This is actually how I usually do the mask, whereas I create a black shape, and then I go and I find the image, say this one, that I want to put in there. And then I select that image, Control C, come over here. Now, I want to go edit, paste special, paste into, or Alt-Shift, Control V. And if I paste into this, you can see it now takes this image here, the background image, and it's put it inside. I have to select it. It's put it behind there. So this is literally like, this is masking out the skin color and showing this window to this image I have behind there. So if I have an image like this, which is a picture of a shop, it obviously pops through, and you can tell this is a mask layer because it's got a picture of the mask it's created. You can see there's everything here is black. That doesn't show the picture, but everything that's white in the middle does show the picture. There's a couple other ways of creating masks but let's just go with this way for now. And you can put whatever you want back there. You can put multiple things back there. You can actually duplicate this and have the same image twice. Let's get rid of that. Actually, I just go like this. And if I come over here to the internet, where you can't see, of course, off screen, he is doing stuff. Let's see. Pizza. Oh, let me find a good one. Here's a good one. Okay. And so you can put any picture you want there. Shift Control Alt V, and you can see there's our image. And of course, now she's got her skin removed, and it's a horror. Like, what the heck's going on? Now there are other blending options. If you double click on like for instance this one, if I double click on this, I can add like a drop shadow to, this is the cutout. I can add a drop shadow to the cutout, or a stroke around it. And I can do that with this one too. You can do it with any layer. This is probably a better one. So like there's drop shadow, or bevel and emboss. Now it looks like it's or contour, or stroke. And each of these has an adjustment for the color and for the size, inner shadow, inner glow, outer glow, color overlays, satin, gradient overlays. You have to click on these things. These are layers too. Click on these things, and they allow you to. I don't want to copy them, but it'll allow you to come in here, and if you don't like red, you can choose different colors to go into your overlays. And do like a color thing. Now these things override whatever you have selected. So for instance, if I turn this off, oh yeah, okay. If I turn this the effects off, you can see there's the original color. But if I turn them on, then you can see them. And I would have to go into here and adjust these either through here, right here's more blending options, or through opacity to get it to blend. Like if I wanted that ramp, the blue to green ramp, to work with this. And then for blending mode, I can just run through these and say, does any of them really make cooler? Maybe this one here, exclusion. Yeah, so you can just play with that. Cool. All right, so that's putting on a tattoo. That's masking, and a little bit more of blending. We'll repeat usage of this throughout this course. So better learn this one because we'll use them all again, especially the layers. Great. Good luck on your homework.